Welcome to Fresh Air is Overrated, the weekly source for anything gaming with Wild Matt and Curbs.
And Steiner.
Against Air.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, welcome to Fresh Air is Overrated, episode number 231. It is a Thursday, as always. Thursday, it's May 25th. It's going to be the last show of May. Isn't that right, Steiner?
Last show of May. Fuck, what?
Yes.
No way in hell.
Yes, of 2017
No way
anyways.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Maybe we'll make it to next year, but who knows? I'm not promising anything on that front. No promises. But yeah, I should still be here in a year. I wouldn't see why not. Unless in a year. Half of the year's already almost done here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's Christmas.
Almost.
Got to start thinking about gifts for people already. If you're on the ball and you...
Gifts for people. No, gifts for me, motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, sure. You got to think about that too. But, you know.
That's all I think about. What the fuck do I want? Fuck everyone else.
Yes. Christmas talk before June. So there you go.
Yeah.
We got that out of the way. Fresh Air is Overrated. We talk about video games on megascorcher.com. We have a YouTube channel. It's Megascorcher TV. We also have a Twitch channel. We have a Beam channel, but we'll talk about what... They changed names. But we'll talk about that in the news.
That makes more sense.
Yes, and then...
I didn't understand what... Okay. The way it was worded was weird, but now it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then, so megascorcher.com, that's our URL. All the VODs and the MP3s are there. You could go check out iTunes, wherever else podcasts are available. We're in video and audio format. So check that out and, do all that stuff. That's it. That was Steiner. In the case, I did introduce him. I don't know if I said I was Walmat, but I am Walmat. I'm sure. If this is your first episode of Fresh Air, then hey, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hello.
We're
a bunch of douchebags that like talking about video games.
You officially know our
MMA.
names now, so congratulations. I'm going to take off this fade, so now when I click these buttons, there's no fade. It's just, look at that. Look at how fast that is. It's just switching on between.
Sexy.
Uh-huh.
Sexy.
That fade is only good for like transitioning from the intros, I think. It's not an always thing. It's distracting sometimes. Oh, hey, I also figured out the XSplit crashing.
Yeah.
There's a check mark for use hardware acceleration for video. I turned that off. Pretty sure it's gonna fix everything now.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Mainly because your video card's like 8 years old and a pile of shit.
It is pretty shitty. Might be 10 years old. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think 7, 8 years old.
It's around there.
It's a 230 or something like that. Yeah.
It's a 250, I think.
I thought you said it was a 230.
I'm pretty sure it says GTS 250 Dark Knight 1G. I think is the full name of it. I don't know.
I don't know. If it's 200 series NVIDIA card, it's pretty far. I have a 10 series to a 2 series. So it actually could be 10 years old. Because
do you remember I showed you those 770s a while ago?
Yes.
They're still pretty inexpensive if you get them secondhand on.
Yeah. 770 would be a pretty good card.
I'm thinking about getting that, and then it'll just solve a bunch of stuff. Because I was thinking it was the RAM.
It also means that you could actually play games too.
Well, I would also have to get RAM. That would be a good idea.
You only got 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
The problem with my thing right now is
if you lived anywhere, I got like fucking 24 gigs of RAM just right beside me here.
So is it DDR3 is the problem too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, the problem.
So it would work for you perfectly.
I
even have a processor that would work for you. It's just getting it to you.
The problem with my setup is my heatsink is so large that it blocks 2 slots. So I would have I could just take off one fan and then just set up fans in the case so it would get airflow anyways, and then it would just have one fan. But the heatsink's so fucking huge that I don't think it would make a big difference.
Yeah.
But anyways, hey, that's our talk before the official show started, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any games I played. Do you?
Just the North StarCraft 2. Played a little bit of Dragon Age. Cool. I think that's about it. Yeah. We're putting our house up for sale, so.
Yes. When are you actually leaving?
Well, we're not going to Texas this year.
Okay.
It'll likely be next year that we're gonna go visit and see how everything goes. But to do it, selling our house and buying a condo will financially make things a hell of a lot easier and better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we'll be doing.
Cool.
Downsizing to a 1,100 square foot condo from a 2,000 square foot house plus finished basement. So it's like 2,800 square feet finished.
Yes. Plus, you only have one child so far. So.
Oh no, things are been.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So one kid and one kid only.
Nice. When you do that motion, I don't know what is that. Is that the male one or the female one? Because it's pretty much almost like you could do that. You could do it on both.
It'd be the female.
Okay, because the
But-
male one is easier, bro.
Yeah, I know, but my wife was having
Oh, okay, that's right.
issues.
No, yes, I remember this. You told me this a while ago. Yeah. When it's for health reasons, then sure, go for it. But the dude should probably do it usually.
Yeah.
Oh man, it trips me out. Penis stuff. That's
It's
the
not
only
penis, though,
place.
it's testicles.
Oh, penis testicles. It's that whole area.
The reason I haven't done it is because I won't be able to drive home, and like all my friends live like fucking 30, 40 kilometers. Like we live in like the very far southeast corner. All our friends live like in the very far northeast corner.
Weird how that
or
works.
Whatever. Like, so they're like 40 kilometers away. So having them to come pick me up to drive me like 10 minutes because my testicles are swollen to the size of a fucking tomato or something. It just is weird.
Yeah.
And my wife doesn't drive, and or can't drive because she looks around like this. Well, that's her vision is she doesn't have
no peripheral vision. Yes.
So yeah, it's bad.
I would say that's mainly my only vision. Like I can look like dead straightforward, but when I drive, like I mainly use my peripheral vision. Like in front of me, I'm kind of just like.
Yeah,
it's like a robot.
Vision's pretty important when you're driving.
Yes.
She doesn't have any, so she should not drive.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing to have just in life in general, though.
Yes, it would be. I don't understand. Like we've gone through what she can. Like she looks at a wall of like something, and it's just what she sees, and she like marks it on the wall. I'm like, that's like a fifth of what I see.
When they do Canada's Worst Driver, they do that test where when do you see, and like most of the bad drivers have bad peripheral vision.
Yeah,
it's not a good thing to have. And like if you play sports and you have bad peripheral vision, like you're gonna suck. It's only because of your vision. Like even you could have the best balance and be awesome at athletics and run and all that stuff, and still suck just because of your vision.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of fighters too that. It's like they wear glasses and then you get to a fight and it's just like shit.
Yep.
So
and they wear contacts and shit, which are...
Yeah, which you're not supposed to do, technically.
It depends on the state. Some states say you cannot, and then some states don't have a rule on it.
Mm-hmm. It's stupid state-by-state laws. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, it's 2017.
Dude, you should just not, because, like, what they can
you
actually
shouldn't.
do...
You should, if you really want to fight that bad, you should probably get some kind of surgery, kind of. That would probably be what you should do by now.
It does depend on your issue, but yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Most people, it would work on like 80, 90%, but there would still be that 10, 15.
Depends what your issue is. Like nearsightedness is.
Yes.
Is it farsightedness harder to fix?
For both. It's when it comes into the peripheral.
Okay, well, yeah, that's...
It's when you can't fix it. It's like reading... or then looking distance, but looking distance does have that. It's your cone size. I guess it will clean it up, but it won't necessarily make it to what you and I see. Yeah,
because my whole life I've always been borderline needing glasses. Like when it gets off to the distance, I can see, but I squint and then I see better, but I can see. And then if it's up close, I can see it no problem.
Yeah.
But it's been like that my whole life. Like I remember like in 3rd grade seeing that way, so it's not like it got any worse. Anyways, that's games we're playing. Hey, new releases. There's some stuff this week, I guess.
There's actually, there is some.
Well,
decent
Vanquish
stuff.
on the PC is officially out now. You can
Yeah.
go get that thing. Darksiders War Mastered Edition for the Wii U.
On the Wii U. Like, okay, fair enough. Like,
That's
it
been
already
out for a
came to
while.
the Switch. I thought it already came to the Switch. Or was it going to
Maybe.
come to the Switch?
No, it might already be out on the Switch because it's
The
out on
Switch,
everything
yeah.
else.
So why does it come to the Wii U after?
Because they promised it, and I guess they just felt like it would be a good deed
Yeah.
for people to be like, oh, we'll get the next Darksiders.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Darksiders 3 will come out on the Wii U. That'd be pretty funny, but yeah, I doubt that.
I doubt it.
Talk about old games that are coming out on the Switch. Disgaea 5 Complete. So, that's the JRPG. It's now on the Switch. Kung Fury, another old game, is out on the Vita now. That was out on the PS4. It's out on the PS3. It's out on everything, that game.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Zerd Revision 2 for the PS4. That just has better graphics, and I think it has all the DLC and I think the main thing is balances and all that they did anyways. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Fuck.
That game that you
was
love.
horrible. Oh my god.
Yeah, so you can actually kill Jason. It's just super hard, it turns out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be like multiple people. You can't do it alone.
Alone. Okay.
Yeah. And they said it's very hard. That's all I read a news release or something about it coming out today, and that's what they said. Anyways, that's out on
That could
everything.
make it a little better, but
Out on new systems. So
Yeah.
go get that. Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers for the Switch. That's that HD remix that came out on the PS3
yeah.
and the Xbox 360.
Like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, this game is old, and it came out. 8 years ago. But they added 2 characters. It's like Violent Ken and like Ultra Ryu or something. I don't remember. It's
So they're
another
not
Ryu.
even they're like new skins, or they actually like
they
different?
play different, but yeah, they're
okay.
they're just new skins basically.
Okay. But if they play different, then they actually did balance something or do something. But
I played this game with John Choi, who at one point was a supremely good Street Fighter 2 player before it started not being played anymore. Sad times. That dude was old too, which is one of the reasons why I liked him, because he played Street Fighter 2 forever.
Yeah.
He's been around Evo for a long time.
Yes.
Yes. And hey, another fighter, the King of Fighters 99 is out on the Switch. That's out on everything as well. So, World Heroes 2, that's another fighting game from Neo Geo. That's on the PS4 and the Xbox One. And then, hey, I got a video for this one. There's a Pokemon Magikarp jump. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. There you go. I got the right button that time. Good stuff. So, you get to like capture a Magikarp by fishing, pretty much is what you do.
Whoa, serious? Oh god.
And then once you catch him,
Oh god.
you can you train him to jump super high. And then I saw today that your Magikarp can actually get caught by a PGO while he's jumping, and then he dies. The PGO kills him, and then he eats him.
Wow.
Yeah, so
like, what the fuck?
dude, this game is hard.
What the
That's
fuck is the
hardcore.
world?
That's
What the
hardcore,
fuck has this world come to?
dude. For a Pokemon game, man, I was not expecting that. This looked like cute, fun stuff, and then all of a sudden, the PGO can kill your fucking Magikarp that you trained to jump. That's just it's too much. I wasn't training him to fight. I was training him to jump. But yeah, that's this game. Want to go into the news, I suppose?
Sounds good.
We could talk about Destiny. You can just talk about Destiny. It's mainly your thing.
Yeah, so Destiny 2. Okay, well, I just want to say, like, so everyone at Blizzard refers to Battlenet as Battlenet, opposed to
no, it's not.
It's
Activision. It's Activision.
No, but everyone at Blizzard still calls it Battlenet. There was interviews with the
CEO
Blizzard.
Okay.
Of Blizzard.
Okay.
It's Blizzard Activision or Activision Blizzard or whatever the fuck they want to be called now. That the CEO of Blizzard is still calling it Battlenet, even though the marketing team is trying to come out as its Blizzard app or something stupid like that now. So Blizzard, it's just really, really fucking funny that like there's certain people that are just trying to call it Blizzard app all the time, and it's then being called to refer to as Battlenet, which it has been for the past 15 years.
Yes.
by the people that made the fucking thing. So it's just really funny and stupid. Anyway, so it's
maybe they'll just call it Blizzard for the games that are Blizzard games, and then it'll just be called Battlenet for things that are not called Blizzard. Who knows?
But yeah, so Destiny 2 is going to be going through Blizzard app / Battlenet.
Battlenet, so no Steam.
So yeah, so it's not going to be on Steam. So it's going to be
take that. So I expect that's going to happen with Call of Duty and a bunch of Blizzard shit down the line.
Blizzard shit, absolutely. But Call of Duty, it will likely not be happening this year. I'm sure they have the publishing in the
deals.
future. There's a pretty good chance that it will probably come on to the Blizzard app.
There would be zero surprise. And it's not like there's dedicated servers on Call of Duty anymore anyway, so they wouldn't need that.
Yeah. So all in all, I don't really give a shit. So yeah. The good thing about Steam is that they sell shit for cheap every once in a while, and Blizzard doesn't really do that. Like, they do put on sales, but they're only 20% off.
How often do you think Destiny 2 would go off though? Like, it's I think it's one of those
PlayStation
games.
Network. They have sales for it quite a bit.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go on sale on Blizzard too, but like I'm sure it's not like extravagantly cheap. You know, like most Blizzard Steam
Activision
sales.
games are typically not much more than 50%.
Yeah, because Call of Duty, those prices stay high for a long time.
EA discounts their shit a fair bit, but Activision doesn't.
Activision and Nintendo are like the two companies that keep their prices constant for the longest time.
EA, after the game's been out for a year, you can typically get it for like $30 Canadian. So what the fuck that would be?
Battlefield 4 was cheap right off the bat. They were just like, we fucked this up. Here you go, guys. I think that's why they did it, because when that thing first came out, people were not happy.
But even like Battlefront now, you can get for dirt cheap. It's been out for 2 years. Like you can get it for $50 if you just get the
games
version.
Are super weird now. The second any kind of sequel gets even teased or leaked or anything, it's just like, woo! Nobody wants to buy the first one anymore.
What is it? The Titanfall. Like they're having sale. I could have gotten it for like $26 or something.
I remember Titanfall when it first came out. You could get it for free on certain weekends. They did that a lot when it first came out. Yeah, because they wanted you to get Origin. Yeah, guys, get Origin. We need you over here. It's so lonely.
Origin's picked up. Origin
has been way better since I last played it with like Battlefield 3. I think is the last thing I played on it.
Oh no, okay. The DLC for Titanfall is on sale right now.
And I played Titanfall, but that was because it was free. I was like, I might as well. Oh, hey, we've been watching this gameplay footage of Destiny this whole time. You know what? It looks like Destiny.
Yes. It really will come down to what, I guess, gameplay elements they're going to introduce. Like, so just some of the stuff that, like, they didn't really have a story at all in Destiny.
Well, the story you had to go online. You literally had to go online and read all the cards you were picking up and stuff, and that was pretty much how you actually got most of the story in that game, which is not a good way to convey a story.
Correct.
So hopefully, even if they just do those Grimoire cards and all that shit again, hopefully you can all read that shit in game. I think they made that all in game. Maybe now you can all read that shit in the game. But at first,
with the expansions that they have added more things of that sort of just.
Yes, and Nolan North is in this game still.
Right.
So
I don't know if he's in 2, but
he is in 2.
He is, okay.
Yes.
But yeah, they've revoiced all of that guy from Game of Thrones
in the first game, anyways. So
yes.
And hey, Destiny 2 on consoles will not run at 60. That's a sad thing, especially for Pro on the PS4. And hey, when that Scorpio comes out, they should be 60. God damn it.
Now the thing is, what they haven't gone over any of this because it's still pretty preliminary.
Yeah.
But it will likely be 30 frames a second at 4K.
Sure.
Right. So
sure.
The thing is, me personally, I would rather have like 45, 50 frames a second at 1080 than 30 frames at 4K.
I wish that they would always do separate modes for 720 and 1080. Like they could have always done that since the start.
Like, well, that's again why I play on PC, because I can then pick what the fuck I want to do. It's not just given to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now the thing is, if you only have a 1080p screen, I guess it does do the super scaling so that it will render out 1440 or 1080 or for 4K.
Yes, and if you've ever looked at a 4K video on YouTube and just in 1080, part of the reason why it looks better is because the compression is kind of nicer. But yeah, it looks
like
better.
it is technically drawing more pixels. You're just not technically seeing them. It's more like it's introducing a very heavy resource-based anti-aliasing.
Yes, and if it uses Flash, then you have no chance. You got to be using an HTML5 player or be downloading that video.
So yeah, there's a whole Frapsgate thing going on for Destiny 2 about some of the fans of consoles bitching and complaining of why the Scorpio isn't going to be doing 60 frames a second. There's shit about Sony's coming out and saying that, or because the exclusivity that Sony has with Bungie, they won't allow Microsoft to have a 60 frames a second game or something stupid.
Well, sure, but I feel like the Pro could already do 60 frames if they really wanted it to do 60 frames. But I guess they just want to do the graphics. They just want to have the graphics look better at 30.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about making it look smooth.
If they did it at 1080, I'm pretty sure you should be able to get up to like 50, 60 frames a second. But I think they're just upping the resolution opposed to giving you higher frame rates. And that's is just stupid to me. If you got to pick, then maybe, or
it's a funny choice from Bungie, because usually those games run pretty smooth.
Main reason of why the Scorpio is not running at 60 is because like it's not out, so they don't have the optimization to then anything. So will it? Maybe, but it's certainly, well, the Scorpio's not even going to be out when it launches, so why the fuck does it matter?
Yep, there might be a patch at some point, but who cares?
Yeah. But again, I would think they should be patching this shit so that if you only have a 1080p screen and you want to play at 50, 60 frames a second, you should have that option that you can actually then pick going resolution or like higher end graphics or higher end frame rate or whatever, like higher frame rate or better graphics. Just have that little toggle of which one do you want.
Yep, I wish all games did that, but hey, it's a new thing for consoles to have all this weird new stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Because the consoles have had the switch for 720 and 1080p forever, and they could have done different things for those guys, and they never did. So even you remember when SD games looked like shit at first? So the text, you couldn't read them. When the 360 first came out, they couldn't even figure that shit out. They were like, oh shit, we got to make that text look good. That's right. Those guys, they don't have the resolution. Anyways, Street Fighter V is going to get an update May 29th. It balances some characters and re-adds a Thailand level that they removed. Thailand, sorry. Going to actually enunciate that one. And they removed that from the game because it had like some religious music in it.
Was it? Yeah, okay. I remember something about something religious.
And it's in there again.
It was the music?
Vegas.
I thought it was a banner or something like that.
No, it's the music. They changed the tune.
There was lyrics in the music or something like that. That's bad shit.
It probably said something about Allah or something, if I had to guess. Because that's the only religion that really freaks out about anything, to be honest, right now.
Yeah.
It's not like, they said something about Jesus. We'll go get him. That Halo is sacred, goddammit. That's Jesus's Halo.
Does Jesus even have a Halo? I don't.
He does now.
Yeah.
In heaven with God, his Father.
His Father. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk more Street Fighter stuff here. Street Fighter 4. There's been 2 versions on mobile already. And now they're making another one that's going to include Poison, Ibuki, and Dudley in there. So the roster is going to go up to 25. They're going to make the visuals look better. It never went up to 60:9, I don't think. I think it always did 4:3 because it's, phones back in the day. That's how it worked. Street Fighter 4, the first one, only did single player, and then Volt did multiplayer where you could play online and just locally if you had somebody next to you too. So that was cool. So the regular 4 is still $7, and then Volt is $5, which is cheaper and it's the better one. So I don't know. So I would expect this one to be around that price. So no word on the launch date.
What does
no
Volt
nothing.
mean? Like, or Volt is the version, or Volt
Yeah,
is...
there was Street Fighter 4, and then there was Street Fighter 4 Volt, and then this one, there's no exact date. But this summer sometime. There's no price, and it's called Street Fighter 4 Champion Edition. There you go. Yeah. So look out for that. I loved playing those first two games. I did play them when they got cheap, because that's the thing about phones. Those games go really cheap.
Yeah.
So you can buy them for like $2 or $3 sometimes, and that's why not. Street Fighter game for fucking $2, even if it's on a touchscreen. I'll play it.
Yeah, it's the touchscreen that I just like for a fighting game.
Well,
I tried playing Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 2, sorry, and oh my god, I just could not, without actually having that sensory feel of the actual D-pad. I had no idea where the fuck my thumb was.
They made it pretty easy. Like I found that game relatively easy, especially against the AI. It got fun when you got online because it was just it wasn't really. It was like a Street Fighter kind of thing, but it wasn't really Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? But it supported iCade, I think, and a bunch of other things, which this controller does. The 8-bit do the Super Nintendo controller that I have.
Right.
So I might as well just talk about this now too, because it's in the news. So they actually released firmware updates for all of their controllers that actually makes them work with the Switch now. You don't even need a dongle or anything. It just connects straight to the Switch. You just need to hold it.
Plug it in. You'd have to plug it in, and then it would just connect. Or how?
I don't know how the syncing process works exactly. You might have to plug it in
because kind of nice.
Because I think that's how the regular controllers sync too. I think you would have to.
I guess it does somewhat depend on the game, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Games have.
There's some games where you're going to have to play with the analog and stuff.
The Pro controller for the Switch is what, like $80 American?
It is pretty expensive. It is pretty goddamn expensive.
$80 What the fuck are you smoking, Nintendo?
Do you have one of the? Oh no, you have a Buffalo one. That's right.
Yes. Yeah, I got a USB.
Yeah, because the 8-bit dudes have the Nintendo looking controllers, but they have analog sticks on them and shoulder buttons. Okay. So it looks like a Nintendo controller, but it totally you could play like PS2 and PS4 and other games. The Switch.
Okay, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you could actually get something that would be almost like a PS3, PS4 controller and play the Switch with it. That wouldn't be $80.
The 8-bit do controllers here, you can get them for usually around $50, maybe a little bit cheaper.
That's reasonable. 80. It's 80 American. I'm quite sure on that. So whatever the fuck that like looks at in like Best Buy Canada, I have no fucking like $100 something stupid.
I'm just going to say it. I'm like, if you are looking for a retro controller, 8-bit doos are probably the best way to go. Like, you just need a Bluetooth adapter if your computer already doesn't have it. Like, if you have a laptop, that shit already has Bluetooth in it. You just turn it on. It just syncs. It sees it. You put 0000 as the code because that's the code for everything.
So it's $90 Canadian.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Fuck.
And then what's the two? You can buy the two Joy-Cons for, I think, what is that, 50 or 60? It's pretty expensive too.
I'm seeing 100.
What for the both of them? That's fucking crazy. Yeah. That is fucking straight up insane.
So they got like the blue red, and then they got gray.
That would make sense if it came with that little thing that you plugged in the middle of it. $100, yeah, sure, why not? But
no, I get it. Well, it does have the extra piece. If I'm
not
explaining that correct. Yeah, so when you turn it, it makes it thicker and has the
okay. No,
analog buttons.
I was talking about the thing that you connect both of them, and then it makes it like a controller kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, Nintendo.
Yeah, no, so it's $65 for a single
set
for just the left.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You can buy them separately. That's dumb.
Yes. So I'm assuming if you throw it across the room and break it,
you can
buy
just
the
get
right
one.
one or the left one.
Yeah.
Or $100 combined. Holy fuck! Nintendo is fuck. What the fuck, Nintendo?
It's expensive.
What the fuck?
Hey, let's talk about some IO Interactive news because they've been around in the news lately. They've laid off a lot of people, but you
Yeah.
don't really know exactly what they laid off. Like, it could just be regular layoffs. Like, the first season just finished. Like, they might have been laying off those people that were done and then maybe hiring some new people for the second. Like, who knows what the fuck they were doing?
Yeah.
Maybe this
there
is just
wasn't-
people. Maybe this is just like the people who advertise for them, and they were just like, we don't need to do any more
Yeah,
advertising.
yeah.
It's
And
done.
I'm sure those people would be the first ones to go, likely,
Yeah.
opposed to a programmer or a modeler.
Mhm.
But it's still like they're still looking for someone to buy them or pick them up or like to actually develop, like publish their games and shit. So
It's a weird spot.
yes, it's really shitty on just that
'Cause-
they are a good developer and they're
And
just
it's not for
kind of-
sure that Hitman's going to go with them either. So
yeah, I don't know I know they're still working on the last I think chapter or season, something, one of those two words.
yes,
But yeah,
I think
it's just kind
I
of,
think the first season's done now. I'm pretty sure the first season is done. If not, it's soon.
yeah, I think they're working on it's the last one, whatever they are. They're still working on something.
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's
So
the
yeah.
last
So
part
the
of
last
it.
whatever part of the first season
Yeah.
is still due to come out. All right. Did you hear about Far Cry 5 in the news this week?
Yes and no.
All right. Well, it's going to take place in Hope County, Montana.
Yeah.
Good old US of A. I'm actually interested in that because it's always been like some foreign weird country, which is
Yeah.
it's
Some
fine.
jungle or something.
But now I can understand this a little bit more. This bad guy
Okay,
is
yeah.
going to be American.
So is that a real box art or is that
Yes, they have. Yeah, they
okay?
released
That
this.
I have not seen.
This
That
is
I have not-
official, and they released 4 teaser trailers that have some weird things that happen in them.
Yeah.
I would have played them, but they're like 40 seconds each. You can go look at them
Yeah.
on YouTube. It's not too hard to find.
I saw those, but I didn't notice that there was a box art. So it looks like it's some sort of cult, and you're then trying to get away.
Maybe you're trying to get into the cult at first.
I don't know.
You're like a rebel. This is kind of making me think of The Leftovers. All of a sudden, you talking about the cult and all that. But yeah, that's Far Cry, man. I'm kind of curious. The thing about Far Cry 4 is that it was just more Far Cry, and I don't know if I really wanted more Far Cry at that point.
Far Cry 4, that story was pretty good. If you actually played through it and everything like that.
I never
was
played
pretty-
4 as a thing.
Yeah.
I
Like,
3 was
three-
amazing.
The story in 3 was fucking. Like,
Oh no,
made
it wasn't great,
sense.
but the game itself was
The
amazing.
game itself, Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, the game is nearly identical, but Far Cry 4 gave you a proper story to actually then follow that made sense. Like, by the end of it, you understood why this guy was fucking knipshit crazy.
Yep. Let's talk about Beam, one of our streaming services that we use. It's actually called now Mixer for some reason.
Yeah. Just calling
Mixer.
it Beam. That was yesterday, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's done now. This is the Microsoft streaming service, the one that you can use on Xbox Live and all that. I don't think that you can use that on the PS4. I would go crazy and say that you can.
No idea.
Who knows?
I don't
though?
know why they would stop you, because that just gives them more advertising dollars. But
Does it?
it would.
Then you can't play. You can't watch PS4 games on Mixer. So, anyways, as for that, they changed the name and they also changed a thing about it. The new feature, you can do co-streaming now, so you can all stream on one page at the same time. You can do it 4 people, so it's kind of like Stickam.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And I would like to actually see a screenshot of how this actually looks. It's just saying split screen.
Oh,
so
so
I'm assuming
there-
it's just as quarters.
Yes, it
And
does
then-
quarters. You can see 4
Okay.
4 screens. Yeah.
That could be pretty cool, because again, if you blow it up to full screen, like as a viewer, and then you could actually still have like a good size screen for everyone and follow.
And
And
I'm,
if you're doing
I'm
like
assuming you can mute people individually, because that would let's say we do us. We're already all talking on Skype, so you would all hear each other through each other's streams, right? So maybe you just want to watch one person actually playing their
That's
game.
an
or-
interesting.
I'm assuming you can mute everybody separately. You have to.
Yeah, that's an interesting point of how that would actually work. Like, you'd have to have on like a streaming Like, how would you be able to mute that? So you'd only have one person's audio, and it would just be picked up all through that.
So it would work like Sickam, like it's all individual streams. Like you would send out your own stream through XSplit.
Yeah, no, but then so I would not send out an audio stream.
No. You would send out an audio stream. It's just the users would have to.
Oh,
mute.
the user. Would
the viewer would choose which one they want to listen to.
Okay, or would it be like whoever's page it is then actually controls which audio?
Maybe
that's
there's a bunch of stuff. It could be all of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty.
There
cool,
was a screenshot. It just looked like 4 streams in one player. Like that's all it looked like.
Is that like if you're doing like Battlefield 1 or something like that, and you have a squad of 4 or whatever,
yeah,
you're just
they can all stream
having
out their
just
own
all
shit.
stream out with, and you can watch everyone.
And they don't even need anything. You can just do that on consoles now. If you're playing on console, you just fucking push the one button, and then you can all watch each other's stream.
And then and it's also
player.
You have a note here that it's all then same chat or whatever. So
yeah. So you go to like Mega Scorcher TV, and then you would see 4 people that are streaming on it. Yeah. Like EG Days or whatever the hell you want to compare it to.
So that's cool. Like then you'd all be reading the same chat, which then you can have your just community would grow substantially easily based off of that, because you're not splitting it between 4 people.
Yeah, that would have been good for us when we were doing Battlefield.
Yes, it would have been. Rather than having 3.
Just saying though, I'm pretty sure I was the most exciting player to watch. Just
I don't know. Me freaking out all the fucking time, watching me go fucking controller, fuck.
Yeah, I think we all had some pretty interesting shit in Battlefield.
Oh yeah,
we played that shit a lot.
Yes.
That one game that we came back from like fucking 200 tickets to like 2 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
That was insane. I literally still can't believe that happened. There must have been people that were smart and did not spawn once they were dead.
I don't know.
Because that's how you win, man. Like when you get to the end, don't fucking spawn, you idiot. Just hold off a little bit. We can still win.
Yeah, but again, our squad it was Yumi, Crow, and May.
Yeah.
So like we were like half the points on our team though. The 4 of us were like out of the 24 of our team, we had half the number of points.
Oh man, still that comeback was just crazy. That was an insane game. That's like the one game that I remember the most. I remember individual things happening, but that whole game was fucking crazy.
The whole game is just a giant fucking blur. I remember it, but it's just a giant fucking blur.
Oh, one of my favorite moments was fucking jumping out of the I jumped out of a helicopter and I was like, oh yes, I'm safe. And the helicopter landed right on me. I'm like, fuck. Fuck.
I remember Crow running me over a lot. He jumps out of the fucking buggy and it just runs me over and he just laughs. Dick.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Streaming. And you could do it on Beam. Like every other place now.
Yep.
Oh, it's not Beam. It's Mixer now. So, Mixer.
Yep. Okay, Mixer.
All right.
So we're live on Mixer right now.
We are. And I didn't have to change anything. It just worked.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool, especially because of the way you're streaming and that it didn't fuck anything up.
Well, what's it called too? The other one did that stream. It's called Hitbox. It was called Hitbox, and now it's called Smashcast. Don't ask me why it's called that. I don't know.
I think it's a better name, but it's still a shit name.
Yeah.
Like Hitbox is just makes me think of a vagina.
If you play a lot of Smash, that's where you go, right?
Yeah.
Go there. Sure. The thing that has Slash in the name. All right. But here you go. I have another video. We'll skip the rest of this Destiny. There was a lot of Destiny footage. Here, I'll turn up the volume for this one a little bit. So we talked about the Futurama game coming out.
Want to make out behind the smelloscope?
Right.
For phones. And this is a teaser trailer for it.
Game.
Oh, the fucking frog.
Is it available on Android?
It's available on this Android, baby. Ow.
It's cool that they have all the actual voices in it. That's something I find interesting about Futurama. I think everybody who actually works on it loves it.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody who still works on The Simpsons still actually love it. I'm sure some of the cast still are in love with it, but man, some of them clearly don't give a shit anymore. They're just there doing the voices and leaving. But these guys, like, man, they've been doing it regardless of how popular it is or whatever bullshit the actual show is going through. They've always been doing the voices. And it's not like they're not famous people, man. They're ridiculously famous.
Yeah.
They command a big dollar. Fry, he's a super popular voice actor. He's like the Red M&M. What else was he? He's Ren and Stimpy. Is he both of them, or is he just Ren?
I
forget. He's a fucking asshole of voice actors. And then Katie Seagal.
Yeah, well,
she's everywhere.
She's been doing a lot of shit recently too.
And she's probably hotter now than she was before.
I don't know. She was pretty. Well, I'm not saying that she's still not good looking, but fuck Peggy, come on.
Sure, Peggy's fine, but she's pretty hot in that biker show that I don't really watch. But I would watch it for her.
Anarchy or
no, Anarchy, Sons of Anarchy, yes.
Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm. So there's a PS4 version of Lawbreakers coming out. What's his name?
Cliffy B.
Cliffy B confirmed, and he was like, "We're not gonna do crossplay because that shit's dumb." That's a quote.
Dumb in what way?
Oh well, because mouse and keyboard just destroys controllers.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty much his justification.
Yep. That's what I would agree. It is pretty, like, you then have to either dumb down the PC version or somehow try to fix the controllers. So, but like, I'm not saying that, like, you'd have to have top level console players playing mid-range PC players for it to be even. So you're talking like the top 5% of console players can then mix in with the like 40%, like from what, like 60% to 20% or 70% to 30% type thing. Like, so if you have top player PC versus top player console, the console player's gonna get his fucking face wrecked.
Yeah, but I have
shit
this
player console versus normal player PC. The console player is gonna get his ass wrecked.
I have this lag switch that I just play with, and I own the console, the PC users.
Yeah.
Just own
lag
them.
switch. Okay.
I just see a guy approaching, and I go, "Dook," and I just shot him, and then I turn it back on, and they're like, "Oh shit, he killed me." And they're like, "Man, this guy is pretty good."
Yeah.
Anyways, Lawbreakers, whatever, man. It seems like it's fast and it looks cool, but oh man, shooters. There's like a bazillion of them.
Yeah.
So
well, the thing is, it is almost direct competition with Overwatch and stuff, so I'm not.
And
sure
isn't
how
this
that's
free to
gonna
play?
do. Not anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because he said there was going to be issues if we're going to make it free to play. That like it could create what's the word I'm looking for? Balance issues, I guess. So he just said, no, fuck it. We're going to charge like $35 or $40.
I was going to say anarchy, and then that is kind of right. That's kind of a right word to use. It's going to be anarchy online, man. There's going to be these people that buy all these microtransaction shit, and they're just going to be better, man. You don't understand. Guys.
But again, like, well, with Overwatch, Blizzard does the microtransactions for like costumes and other loot things.
Can't you just get the boxes? I thought. I'm pretty sure you can only get the boxes. Think so. Yeah, so it's always random. Even if you do pay, you always get random shit, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. Yeah.
But that's still creating it like a sort of a equal playing field, so you don't have to, like, you still get the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, with the boxes, you can still get random costume pieces.
Yeah, but I want the dude with the American flag on him, and he kind of looks like what's his name? Not Rocky Balboa, but Apollo Creed. Yeah, I want that costume. Anyways, I should have brought this up earlier.
He dies.
Yes, and he's dead. Whoops. They should have thrown in you should have thrown in the fucking towel
earlier. He threw in the towel and still.
Oh yeah, yes. He should have thrown in the towel way earlier. He was looking at it. Goddamn bastard! It's all Rocky's fault. Anyways, I should have brought this up when we were talking about Magikarp Jump earlier, but Niantic is shadow banning users that are known to cheat at Pokemon Go. So it's making only certain Pokemon visible to those guys who cheat. And by cheating, if you don't know what we're talking about, you have like an emulator on your computer, and then you can like emulate your position. And you'll be like, oh, hey, there's a Pokemon there. I don't need to leave. I'm just going to stay on my computer. And boop, there we go. GPS position right here. And then I'm going to catch this rare Pokemon. They're banning those people. Well, they're not even banning them. They're letting them play. It's just you get shit Pokemon.
Yeah.
Here's your shit
I don't
Pokemon that you don't give a shit about.
Understand why you would be doing like I don't understand.
Well, you see, some people did that
I get
on.
what- I get
No.
what
Some
they're
people did
doing.
that on Twitch. So you can stream on Twitch without even moving. Just be like, hey, look at this cool Pokemon.
Mm.
But anyways, yeah, whatever. It's Pokemon Go. That's a thing. Hey, we talked about this Mario not even versus. It's Mario plus Rabbids game that was being developed by Ubisoft. Well, we got a picture of it now. If I can get it to load. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the N button. Yeah, there you
Kingdom
go.
Battle.
Whoa.
So apparently this is like a turn-based strategy game or something.
Yes, because it uses the
So-
same engine as the South Park game.
Oh, okay.
How the hell did I get two pictures like this? I'm totally confused. Anyways, there's two pictures on the screen. I
Nice.
only wanted one. I'm
Yeah.
totally confused. Here you go. Here you go. I'll blow it up now. No, I can't even blow. Oh wait. It's gonna. There you go. It's bigger now. You have the four characters that are Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. Oh no, it's Yoshi in this one. God, fuck you, fuck Yoshi. Should be Toad. Anyways, then you have four rabbits that are dressed like them.
Yeah.
So good times. I don't know what else to say except that.
I don't know.
It could be interesting
Yeah.
for an
could-
RPG thing. It could be okay.
Could be interesting. It could be horrible.
The rabbits at one point were not insufferable, but now they kind of are. They're like the little yellow minions.
Yes.
It's just like, oh man, they were cute at one point, and I was just like, oh, okay, I got enough of these guys. Hey, Broken Age, that game from Double Fine, is going to get a physical release for the PS4, June 9th for $30. It's going to also come with some merch. You can buy the Art of Broken Age special edition for $35. That's a book. And then you can also get a Hexapal plushie for $15. There you go. There's going to be a Xbox One version, but no word on the date for that yet. So, yeah,
Okay.
there's been a few digital downloads that are getting like a very short run release of physical downloads. Don't remember the last game that I got it off the top of my head, but they have been doing it. So, yeah. Got a video here of a Mighty Gunvolt Burst, and this is a sequel of the first game. It's going out on the Nintendo Switch. You can get the first game on Steam now. And Mighty Gunvolt it's weird because it's from Inti Creates, which is the guys who worked on a lot of Mega Man games. So they made this before Mighty Number 9, and then they worked on Mighty Number 9 with the Mega Man dude.
Right.
So, and then this game has the Mighty Number 9 dude in it too, which I think is Beck.
I don't know.
But anyways, the first game looked really cool. I should go play that. I should go check it out on Steam, see how much it actually costs. I'm gonna do that right now, actually. Gunvolt Steam. Oh, hey, there's two. Oh yeah, that's right. There's two games. Mighty Gunvolt is $5 on Steam right now.
This looks better than Mighty Number 9.
Oh yeah, no. The first game is also better than Mighty Number 9,
Yeah.
and it has Mighty Number 9. The first game has Mighty Number 9 in it too.
Okay.
So yeah, it's funny that it's just called Mighty Gunvolt,
Yeah.
and the other one's called Mighty Number 9. They have the same idea, Mighty. What? Why? I don't understand.
Yeah.
The only reason I remember the first game is it had a ridiculous announcer that this game also has. He's a little bit less ridiculous though.
Mm.
But anyways, yeah. What else here? Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn got an update. 1.21 added a photo mode. This 1.22 version just fixes a bunch of bugs though. So there's completion bugs actually in this game where people couldn't finish certain quests and shit. So if you experienced that shit, that is apparently fixed. So there you go. Hey, can't complain about patches when they actually fix shit. But if you have no internet, that sucks for you. Sorry.
Well,
you're
in
probably not
today's
listening
day
to
and
this.
age, you have to have internet. If you don't have
Do
internet
you?
at all,
Do you have to? If you live in the middle of nowhere, I don't think you have much
unless
internet.
you're in North Korea, I think I understand like people have like horrible speeds or
A horrible
like
cap.
caps. I think caps are probably the biggest issue right now, more so than anything else. But yes, like I understand that point that you can't actually have it consistently hooked up because your cap is just
like
that
if
bad.
you live in a city or even a small town, like you'll be okay. But the second you get away from that, you're like pretty much fucked. I've been in that situation, and anytime you have like somewhere where you have to get a wireless internet solution, or so like that's what my
parents
always
have.
shit. It's always shit.
But
when it
they're
works,
also
it's
the ones that
fine. But it doesn't work very often.
They want to live right on a lake, so there's issues with digging a new line or something like that. Because
Well, if you live
too close to the lake,
if you live near a lake and they have the tower near the lake, you should be okay. It's just the second you have hills and shit.
They were though.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, like they ended up going with something else.
And then satellite internet is just super expensive, and it's not
Yeah.
really worth it for the speed. And your latency is going to be crazy too. But anyways, hey, you remember Xbox One's Game Pass?
Yep.
Well, it's out for U.S. residents, and it's going to be out for Canadians next week, June 1st. Is that next week? Holy shit, that's a week from now. Yeah, that's exactly 1 week. I just guessed that. For $12 Canadian per month.
I've seen the launch titles, and
I might as well bring this up. I'm going to bring up some titles. There's Halo 5, and then there's Halo, another one, Spartan something, which was like an overhead weird thing.
Yeah,
Spartan
it was
Assault.
it came out originally for like the tablet or whatever. Yeah.
You get all the
Saints
Gears of
Row,
War.
Mad Max.
You literally get all the Gears of War. You don't get all the Halos. Weirdly enough, you only get Halo 5.
Fable 3.
There's you get last year's WWE game. You get Terraria, Super Time Force. That's an interesting one. Strider is pretty okay too. Saints Row the 4th, re-elected.
Yes, you get BioShock, BioShock 2, BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, all the BioShocks.
Borderlands. Well,
Mega Man Legacy Collection. So that's 1 through 6. If you're a Mega Man dude. And then you get a bunch of Xbox 360 games. I found one interesting here. Capcom Arcade Cabinet. It actually has some pretty good games in there. And yeah, I would totally play that. Why not?
Tekken Tag Tournament 2. That actually doesn't sound too bad for...
Braid.
Because all of these, again, like if you have your Xbox Gold, then if they had it online, you get your online. So
yeah, you could all play these online. It's cool.
Pretty cool shit to that.
Braid is up there. If you've never played that, that's one you should jump into.
Yeah.
Nuts and Bolts. That's a really good game too. That's a really fun game. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Go check that one out. Galaga Legions DX. I would not pay for that, but if you could get it for quote unquote free with this subscription, I would totally play that for a little bit. Joe Danger. That's all right. It's not. Those are actually not terrible games.
No, but again, they're not like...
Oh no, they're not blowaway or anything.
Yeah.
But for $12 a month, and they're just going to add on to this, that's pretty cool.
No,
the Soul Calibers.
They're not exactly adding on to it. There's supposed to be 100 games at any given time, so they're going to interchange the games.
Sure.
Monthly or something like that.
Pac-Man.
Now, at some point in time, they might jump it to like 120 or 150 or something like that. But
Lego Batman, weird. Sure. Joyride Turbo, man, there's some weird games on this, but like none of them are particularly terrible. It's not like I'm not looking at any of them and going like, ugh, what the? Ugh.
But what is here that most hardcore gamers wouldn't already have played if they haven't, like...
Yeah, like the only things I haven't played that I would consider giving a shot here is like maybe Mad Max. iDarb is an interesting thing. It's like a 2D side-scrolling sports game that is like its own sport. They tried to do like an esport thing where you would stream it online, but Farming Simulator, totally play that. Oh, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. I would try that too.
It's it was on the PSN as well. Like I technically have it on the PSN, but
Sunset Overdrive. That was okay.
That would be one of the
Anyways,
That
yeah.
apparently didn't sell
That's
super
$10
well.
in the US and 15 in Canada. That's the thing. The price is not bad. It's a
Yeah,
pretty
I
good
know.
price.
But it's, I guess the way I'm looking at this, because I don't have Xbox One, is why, or like nothing's here to then go, like I'm gonna go buy an Xbox.
I don't think anybody. It's. We'll see when the Scorpio comes out how cheap the regular one goes down,
Yeah.
if it does at all.
I think it would have to.
Yeah.
Something. Maybe it might only be $50, or they'll throw in like 2 games or something. They'll do something to the point that it's going to be a better.
And then I could see it.
Price
I could see.
relative,
I could
but-
see like in the future, because right now I think in the US you can get like a free week of this or something. Don't know how it's going to work in Canada, but
Yeah.
I could see when
Well,
you
right
buy
now
it, you get
it's-
like a card in the Xbox box that is like, here you go, you get a free month of this, and you can go check it out for a month.
Yeah, and I guess that, yeah, like you get your 3 months of Xbox Gold plus 1 month of this.
Yeah. Why not?
In
That's
box.
appealing if it's pretty cheap. And you get a
Yeah.
lot of games. You just need an internet connection and then go download them. Go crazy. Oh, hey, more Xbox news here. Live is free for the whole weekend. This upcoming weekend, the last weekend of May. If you want to play anything. This is mainly for Minecraft or doing some kind of Minecraft event thing. So, yeah. But you can play everything. Anything you want to do.
Yeah.
So go crazy with that.
Well, that's anything you own, obviously.
Oh, well, yeah, but you can play multiplayer if you don't have
Yeah.
Yes. It's pretty much the gist of that. And then our last video here is of Halo Wars 2. There's a trailer for Sarge.
Now, this is a DLC?
Yes, he is DLC.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what it is. I just know that
Yeah.
Sarge is in it.
Okay.
Maybe he has like his own separate quests that you have to do for him.
Right.
But that's all I know is that he's in it. Oh, there he is. He's in a mech suit.
Mm.
He's a unit. Oh no, never mind. He's just new units that are robots. Huh, he might be a unit. I don't know. That was a that trailer just confused me more, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, there are new units.
Mm-hmm.
It-
That looked like him in the suit.
No, I'm pretty sure that was him in the suit.
Yeah. Oh no,
Um,
it was him in the suit, but was it him shooting shit? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I would assume he would be a playable character within the DLC. It's just
maybe.
what is it? Missions? Is it just the character that you then get to play
Oh, man.
through as
Let's
the
get
main
through the rest of
campaign?
this shit
or-
because it's already 9, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about
yeah.
on Sprawl and Brawl right after I say
Yeah.
Call and Brawl. Divinity Original Sin 2 has a release date September 14th. You have any interest in that?
No.
All right. I thought maybe you would, but no. All right. Red Dead Redemption is not coming out on the original release date that they said. I think it was like spring 2017, right? Something like that. Well, spring's almost fucking done, right? So
Yeah. Well,
Working
yeah.
no, they're saying next year.
Who the fuck's surprised? Who the fuck is surprised?
Not me, because they only showed off the first shit.
Yep.
Usually when they're getting ready to release stuff, they show off a little bit. They don't, they don't show off a crazy amount, but it's like, here's a new trailer.
And apparently there's not going to be anything really at E3 for these guys either. So
Yeah. Never is really anyway, so I'm not too surprised about that either. And then their stocks dropped that day 9%. It went from like $69 a share to like $62 a share or something like that.
yeah, that was Take-Two themselves.
Yes. The
Um,
publisher.
but again, and then
company.
they went through and talked about a bunch of the shit that made money. Like Mafia 3 sold like 5 million copies, this, that, and the other. Then it went up 10% the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So they've made back the money that they lost
Yes.
because of the Red Dead Redemption.
And then guys, guess what? GTA 5, it's still selling like a motherfucker because it's up to 80 million units. In 3 months, they sold 5 million in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Well, sold. They shipped 5 million.
Shipped, yeah. So is this including last gen, so the 360 PS3?
I don't know if they're still pressing last gen.
No, but I understand. No, but the thing is, wouldn't they have sold like 20 million?
Oh
copies
yeah,
for
yes,
that,
yes.
and
I
then
think they're totaling everything up together and
so
making it worldwide.
Now again, this is shipped. How many fucking copies on Steam did they sell?
And PS4 and PSN.
Yeah, and just digital copies
yeah.
in general. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure they've sold probably 110 million.
It's crazy. The amount of YouTube videos for this fucking game, the amount of people that are still playing online, I don't understand it. I played what was it? 4, I guess was the first one with online. Yeah. And 4 was good. I had a good time with it.
Not exactly online, but yeah.
No, I totally had online. The fourth one totally had online.
Wait, but you couldn't do any missions.
No, and
You just
the
could run
fifth
around
one you
the
don't
world.
do missions. You can do there's some heists and stuff, but you're still doing the same stuff you
You're
did
not
in
doing
4 mainly.
story based, but you are able to do something.
And the fourth one was just like it was like death match and blah, blah, you can do stuff.
Right.
I liked it for what it was. But that's the thing. I don't think I could play GTA 5 online for a long time. It's not one of those games to me.
Yeah, no, but again, it is something like what we did with Battlefield 4 is you just get 5 or 6 friends and just go ape shit, and because there are a lot of things that you can.
It's like Minecraft too. There's a lot of exploration you can do.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I'm an old man. I'm old man while Matt here. I don't understand these kids nowadays playing the Grand Theft Auto online. It was a single player game when I was a kid. Oh man, I don't get it. All right, Battlefield 3. If you wanted to play any of that DLC and you never bought it, June you can play all of it for free. That's an interesting move, but there you go. I think that's on Steam only though. So there you go. You can play free DLC on Steam. Gwent, that card game from The Witcher. If you played closed beta, you received Witcher 2 for free, and now Gwent is open beta. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a news story.
I'm not playing a card game, and I already have Witcher 2.
Ken Jeong. You know who Ken Jeong is?
By name, no. But
okay, well, he's the Asian dude in The Hangover.
Okay.
Yes. So he will have an announcer pack in Infinite Warfare. So there you go. Because that's the thing people do now.
He's a fucking MD in real life. Now that's a fucked up mental.
Yeah, he has a show that's Dr. Ken, and that's the show. He's a doctor. I like him. He's funny.
Well, yeah, he's a funny fuck. There's no question about that.
Whenever he shows up on like one of those late night shows that like that, he's one of the reasons why I will watch them.
Yeah,
he's fucking just hilarious. But anyways, Unreal Engine 4 is not going to run on the Switch. This is due to a collaboration that they did, and you can get the source code for free after approval. You just have to get approval. Prove that you're not some dickhead.
Obviously, this is then to some sort of horribly dumbed down settings that then can actually run it. So it's just essentially you're porting it to the Switch, I'm assuming, is something. What it would. Yeah, because obviously Unreal 4 is going to, like, from what I have here, you can get a hell of a lot better what I like, and then the Switch is like this.
Yes.
Pretty much. So this compared to that, I'm choosing that is going to put out better graphics.
Didn't Unreal Engine 3 run on phones? I'm pretty sure it did.
I think, I'm pretty sure
so
there was
Unreal Engine's always been a pretty lightweight engine when you need it to be.
Yeah, when you need it to be, yeah.
Deus Ex sequel. Oh, this is you can just go for it.
So yeah, the Deus Ex, that we had a news article 2 or 3 weeks ago that Enix or Square Enix or whatever the fuck they call themselves now is putting a kibosh on any new Deus Ex games. Well, apparently the Deus Ex sequel was being developed at the same time as Mankind Divided.
Whatever that last one is called.
Whatever the last one currently
I think you're right, but
so there's a slight chance that hasn't been canceled. So I think the way it was worded is that nothing new is going to be developed or started. So if this was already in development, then that still could mean it is still in development and still going to come out for those people that really love Deus Ex and really love Mankind Divided.
I'm sure Square Enix is all about getting that game out.
Yeah, I doubt they really care too much because it did not sell well at all.
Not that second one. That first one did pretty all right, but
Yes, and then the second one did not sell.
I didn't really hear anything about it.
Yeah, I think they had a fairly soft. Like, it was just Square Enix did not put any marketing into it whatsoever.
Yeah, and that first
So
one, I
just,
fucking saw it everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm just it was a very soft launch, maybe because they knew it wasn't.
I want to say I saw the first game on buses.
Yeah, it's possible. Like that first one had some serious amount.
Yeah,
of,
and it was pretty all right.
shipping.
I like the look of that game.
You know, the issue that I played through the first 2 missions, maybe 3. It's just it's the illusion of choice. Is that you can play that you can kill these guys, or you can play that you can not kill anyone, but you're pretty much just having to kill people.
I want to say that's almost all games.
Well, but the thing, like the original Deus Ex, like fucking that thing, like was a complete open world game that you can go anywhere, do anything at any given time. So, and get from point A to point B, and it was like GTA 3. What, like you could just go anywhere, do it. Like you could jump off the dock in New York Harbor and then swim over to the Statue of Liberty. You didn't have to take a boat or anything. You could just fucking swim if you wanted to spend the 45 minutes to get there.
Sweet. Tape down
Like
some
you could-
keys and come back later.
Yeah. Like you could just do whatever the fuck you wanted, however the fuck you wanted, and it's just not quite the same. So
How have I not seen this trailer of Castlevania?
it dropped today, from my understanding.
Must have dropped like really relatively recently because I was looking at the news earlier.
Yeah.
Usually that would have popped up. Netflix is coming out in July.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play the trailer. You can go look it up if you want to.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
any
just
good?
very cool that the very beginning is you're getting the original
I see.
NES cartridge
Yes.
and putting it into the NES, and then there's like a little custom screen or whatever, and you're like, it's just what they're doing. It's for us.
For us.
Meaning just like
No, I know.
gamers that were around in the NES NES era or whatever that played this shit.
A lot of crouching in front of a wall for no reason.
Maybe.
Tornado is going to transport them. Could see that happening. That's like the most iconic thing from like the NES Castlevanias. It's like the one thing everybody remembers.
But like, it is.
That first game
I
was
think
really
this
good.
is actually a very good concept for a TV. Like out of most video games, right? Like just some dude trying to kill Dracula. Like it's very simplistic, but you can add in all the mystical shit and all this and all that.
Mm-hmm. His name
Yes,
is Simon
the-
Belmont.
Yeah.
He carries out holy water sometimes and some crosses.
Simon, I know it's obviously a Belmont,
Oh, well, yeah, it was just going to be somebody Belmont, whatever the fuck his
Yeah.
first name is.
but
Christopher Belmont.
but yeah, it's just a Belmont going to kill Dracula.
Good old Titus Belmont. I have no idea. Could be anything.
I would like to see a live action of this.
A what?
Live action. This isn't live action. This
It's
is
not.
like
Damn it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's an anime thing, right?
anime. Yeah.
Damn, it's not even like CG or anything. It's just lame
No,
anime.
it's,
Oh, it's whatever. It's Castlevania. Everything's been anime and
no,
Castlevania.
like it is. Like it's looking pretty R-rated and everything.
sure.
So it's Netflix, so they can do whatever the fuck they want.
That's Castlevania. Like all the portraits in those games, they've always looked anime.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like all the enemies and stuff, it's a pretty anime game. And
But,
the
like, that
castle
is
flips
something I
upside
would-
down and shit in the PS1
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
super Jap. Like, yeah, everything about those games scream Japan.
But, like a live action of that would be really fucking cool. Like
Sure.
for an actual movie or a TV show on Netflix, like doing a mini
Weren't they
series.
talking about doing maybe a Lords of Shadow movie or something? I
have no-
forget. I forget.
But
Anyways.
Yeah, Castlevania trailer for Netflix out. Watch it. Cool shit.
Yeah. How long is it? Like a minute?
Not very, like 2:30 or sorry 1:30 or something like that. 1:25.
Cool.
It's quite short.
Okay.
And
well,
like half of it is that like NES opening thing that isn't really anything.
yeah, I saw the screenshot. It's just an NES looking screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We are here every Thursday night, and you can catch us on VOD and MP3 podcasts wherever they're available. iTunes. We're streaming live on YouTube, Twitch. Mixers, Smashcast, Ustream. All these names. Some of them changed. Some of them haven't. They're all confusing either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, we're here every Thursday, so. Even if I'm the only one here, usually I'll do a show anyways.
Hey.
Because I'm bored
I
like
missed
that.
one show.
No, I'm saying it was not.
There's other people that we haven't heard from for a year.
That was not a slight at you, Steiner. I'm just saying that I still do shows alone.
I'm just poking the douchebag that's not here. That is no longer in school and has nothing to do other than watch Jay's games. And
I messaged him last
stuff.
week to do the show, and
Yeah.
he did not reply. So.
Did not reply. Yeah.
No reply. All right, so Sprawl and Brawl is next if you're watching live, so don't go anywhere. Don't even refresh the player. We're just gonna be back. It's gonna fade to dark, and then we'll talk about some MMA.
Is it going to be like a 30-second fade to dark, or is it going to be a fast fade to dark?
Well, I'm pushing it
Let's
now,
find
so
out.
it's 30 seconds.
We'll find out.
It's 30 seconds. There's still 30 seconds of this song, so I'm gonna do it. The whole 30 second. Funny enough, the fades use my GPU, but it doesn't use enough of my GPU, so I'm good to do it. Oh no, it does use a lot. It says 100%.
Oh shit.
All right, maybe I won't do the fades anymore. This just in, no more fades. See ya next week.
See ya.